Have you ever had the experience of losing something or someone in your life? Something that you loved very much or someone you loved very much? Have you ever had? I know you cannot say no from the bottom of your heart because there is no one who hasn't lost something or someone in life. The reality that we need to understand is that our life is a combination of losses and gains. It's just like two sides of a coin. One cannot exist in the absence of another. That means if there is a loss, there is a gain. And if there is a gain, there is a loss. So today I would like to talk about the epistemology of loss, the knowledge of the nature of loss, in connection with the chapter A House is Not a Home by San Godioso. This is a very sentimental and heart touching story about a boy who undergoes several losses in his life and thereby learns the meaning of the epistemology of loss. And when you read the story, you would probably feel like your life is so connected to the life of Sam, our character, because we lost many things in our life already. So before start explaining the chapter, I would like to clarify a confusion which is connected to the narration of the chapter. It's a biographical narrative of San Godioso and she is from America. Even though it's a biographical narrative of San Godioso, the protagonist of the story is a boy. His name is Sam. It's not a girl. The reason for why I told you this information before I start explaining the chapter is that suppose if you go on searching about the story in certain sites or watch some videos on YouTube, you may be confused about the narrator. Because in certain sites and certain videos, the narrator is a girl, whereas in certain sites and certain videos, the narrator is a boy. So you should not be confused about that. A House is Not a Home is based on a real life incident that the author went through as a teenager. And in this story, the narrator speaks about three major losses he has experienced in his life. At first, he lost his school, teachers, and friends. Second thing, he lost his house in which he lived. Thirdly, he lost his pet cat. I already told you the character of the story is a teenager. In order to understand the character in detail, it's very important to know about teenagehood. Teenagehood or teenhood is a time period many of you are undergoing right now. It's a very complicated time period. Because it's a time period you may feel like you are alone, you are detached, you are isolated. Because you may be thinking that there is no one to understand you, there is no one to listen to you, there is no one to love you. And you may feel like everyone around you is against you. Your wishes and likes are totally against the wishes and likes of your parents and elders. And as a result of such thoughts, at last you may feel like you don't fit anywhere. And the situation may become worse when you start tasting the losses of your life. Of course, you have lost many things earlier too when you were kids, but you may not have experienced the intensity of the pain caused by the losses. But right now, you may feel it in its worst form if you lose something or someone in your life. Now you may be able to understand the character San, the mental conflicts, the mental dilemmas of this character. When the story begins, we see San is unhappy, depressed, gloomy, and he feels everything is strange and awkward. The reason is nothing but he joined a new school where he would be studying 11th and 12th grades. If you look at the situation closely, we will come to know that it's a good thing for him. Joining in the high school will help him to study further. Of course, it's something gain, right? But at the same time, as I told you earlier, with every gain, there is a loss. In order to gain this, he had to experience the loss in his life. He lost his old school, his old teachers, and friends. In the old school where he was studying earlier, he was happy and he was feeling home there in the presence of his teachers and friends. Whereas in the new school, he is like a fish out of water. He doesn't know the teachers of the school, he doesn't know the students of the school. Everything is strange. That's why he felt awkward. It was not the school or the building he was missing. He was missing his teachers and older friends who turned his school a second home for him. Now, when he is in the new school, he doesn't feel like it's a second home because his teachers, his older friends who were with him earlier are no longer with him. Even though he joined a new school, he used to go to his old school to meet his teachers. Because in the new school, he was unable to connect himself with anyone or anything. Whenever he met his old school teachers, they used to inspire him, asking him to participate in different activities in the new school. Therefore, he would be able to meet new people and have new friends. As time passed, he was slowly adjusting himself with the new school and its environment. But before he was completely away from the pain caused by the loss of his old school, all the teachers, and all the friends, there came the next loss in his life. That's a lot of information for today. Thanks for watching my videos. Bye.